Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Louis got his phone on. He'll switch it off in a minute. How is everyone? We're doing balance today, which is actually just ankle strength. So a bit of ankle work, obviously, with the balance. And then the half an hour is done. So balance. Good luck to your ankles. Most of the stuff you've done before, so you know what to expect. And get ready to fall with some of them. Okay, so in child's pose, lean back a little bit. Before you go into child's pose, lean back a little bit. Just get your quads stretch a bit. Why is tight? And then wiggle your bum down and go into the child's pose and just move a little bit, get that stretch in, tuck the tummy in. And then just relax your head on the mat and relax your arms. Your bum's going to lift up a little bit, but keep the tummy tucked in. I'm yawning. I'm just going to fall asleep there. And then push into your hands again. Tuck the tummy in, move your bum down. Slide onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath your knees, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Tuck into a cat stretch. Reverse into a cow. And into a cat. And into a cow. And then back to a neutral spine and kind of just roll your torso. So kind of cat and cow and crazy roll. Get a stretch into the waist, dip in, stretch it to one side. Move in a certain direction, even get the shoulders loose a little bit. So wiggle into your shoulders. And then into another direction. This feels nice after a sleepy time. And back into a cat stretch and just rock it forwards and back in that cat. And if you have a stiff, tight lower back, just hold it at that rock back where it's tight. And release again. Keep the tummy tucked in, rock it back. And back to the middle, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Keep the legs bent and just kind of push your bum back and get some movement into the waist a little bit. Walk it up and then drop the heels. Straighten out completely. Hold it to one side. And the other side. And then you can straighten out a little bit. Walk it out. Keep the tummy in. And we're going to walk it to the front of the mat. Into bent legs and fold over your legs. Just hover there. Shake it from side to side. And roll it back up all the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back and relax. Okay, my head is not cut off. Let's get going. So let's wiggle the ankles first. So just wiggle them before we start. Shake them out one at a time. Round it. Wiggle it. And then put them on the floor, hip distance apart, toes looking forward. And first we're just going to kind of get it a little bit tired. So hip distance apart, feet forward, lift one leg up. And hold the balance. Tuck the tailbone in. Tuck the tailbone in and just hold that. It is a balance class. So we are just going to hold one leg balances. Now slide that leg forward, straighten it out, lift it up as high as you can without falling. Bring it back. Open up your knee into a tree and then straighten out that leg. And back. Bring it forward. Push the leg back, keep it bent first. Tuck your bum in and then straighten out. Ooh, put the sofa behind me. Straighten out, bring it back. Lift the knee up to the front. Straighten out, bring it back. Into a tree. Straighten out, bring it back. Push it back, bend legs first, tuck your bum, straighten out. You don't have to roll forward yet. We're going to do the warriors later. Bring it back and drop the leg down, kick it out. Other side, legs hip distance apart, tuck your tailbone in, lift up the other leg. I'm going to keep the sofa again. And just hold it there, find your balance. Okay, bring that leg to the front, lift it up, bend it, kick it out, straighten out that leg. Bring it back. Take it into tree pose. This doesn't have to be perfect or very high. Straighten it out. Bring it back. Keep that standing bum tucked in. Push that leg back. Ah, a sore ankle. Straighten out. Bring it back. Have no balance on that ankle. Lift the knee to the front. Straighten out. Bring it back. Tree. Straighten out. Bring it back. To the back. Straighten out. Bring it back. Hold it there. And relax. Kick it out. I'm going to have trouble on that ankle. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to roll up our mats so that we are on an uneven surface. So do that. So you're on an uneven surface. And we're going to do that again. So lift up the first leg. You've lifted up, tuck the tailbone in. Hold it there. Kick it forward. Bring it back. Take that leg to the side. Take it out. Bring it back. Ah! To the back. Kick it out. Bring it back. Lift up that knee to the front. Kick it out. Bring it back. To the side. Kick it out. Ah! Bring it back. Take it back. Kick it out. And just hold that knee. Now we're just going to kind of throw ourselves off balance by kicking the leg forwards and back. Just be careful not catching your mat and falling. Nice little unstable surface. And then window wipe to the front. And all around. Ah! Oops.
There we go.
And relax. Ah, okay, that was my good ankle. Let's go for the bad ankle. Tailbone in, tummy in, lift up the leg. Find your balance. Kick that leg forward. Bring it back. Take it to the side. Bring it back. Take it back. Kick it out, bring it back. All the way to the front again. Straighten out, bring it back. Tree pose. Straighten out, bring it back. All the way back. Straighten out. Bring it back. Just hold it back to the middle. And kick it forwards and back and catch your mat. Oops. Oops. And window wipe to the front. It's amazing what a rolled up mat does in terms of balance. And I've got quite a thick mat, so this is it's properly rolled up and around. Bring it back to the middle and relax. Keep your mat rolled up. Just kick out your ankles. Are you okay? We're almost done with the kind of activation of the ankles, and then we'll go into a little bit of a balance flow. Okay, on your mat again. And do make sure that it is nicely rolled up so that you have to balance on it. Okay. First, we're just going to go onto our toes, feet forward. Turn your feet out a little bit, toes in, just a little bit. Hands into your hips, tailbone tucked in, and just go up without falling. And bring it down. And up without falling. And bring it down. We're just going to do 10 of those. Really work with that toes going in. Just really focus on that calf. With the toes in, it's a little bit of a posterior, tibialis posterior calf exercise, which is good. It tends to be lazy. But try not to fall. Try and resist a little bit going up and a little bit going down. And you should feel that. If your toes are turning, you feel that quite quickly in your calves in a very funny place. If you can hold your balance. You feel it?
Yep.
Is your toes turned in?
Yeah, I did them in the beginning. And I've turned out.
Just check that your toes stays turned in as you do this and that your bum stays. Okay, with that said, I think that's enough. Okay, find your balance on your mat again. And we're going to lift up the right leg. We do this one a lot. It's a nice little balance squat. Lift up the right leg, lift up that knee a little bit. And you're going to take the right arm and go down. Bend the standing leg, touch the shin, the knee, or the foot of the left side. And on that mat, you're going to wiggle a lot. And back up. Don't go too far so that you either can't come up or you fall. And bend the standing knee. I hope I'm not the only one struggling with this.
But your mat is so thick.
Yeah, my mat's very thick. This is like proper balance.
You're more unbalanced.
Do roll up your mat completely if you're not struggling. My feet hanging off the ends of the mat. And one more. Back to the middle. Find the balance on the other foot. Look at my feet hanging off. And lift up that leg. So lift up the left leg, take the left arm and start to do your one-legged crossover squats. Keep the tailbone tucked in when you come up. And just try and stay balanced. If you have quite a thick mat, you're going to struggle. Your ankle is going to wiggle a lot. But that's very good activating the stabilization muscles to hold everything in place. And one more. Louis' mat. I can roll it up.
It's almost flat.
Louis' mat's flat. No wonder he's like
It's uneven.
very cocky. Turn your feet in again. We're going to just do 10 more of those calf stretches. Big toes in, Louis.
Yes.
There you go. And elbow tucked in, lift it up. Wow. I shouldn't maybe have rolled up my mat this much.
Mine is uneven, it's just not ridiculous. A lot of ridiculous.
Just up and down, resist the up, resist the down. This all helps for balance. Feels like I'm in a rehab class. My fat's full the whole time. I just want to also add that my balance is the worst in the world. So this is just me very good because I'm always wiggly and falling. And drop it down. Kick out your mat. And let's get going. Okay, to the front of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Take a nice deep breath in. Keep the tailbone tucked in, shoulders down. We're going to go into a chair pose. And then come all the way down to the floor. Straighten out the legs a little bit, not too much because we haven't stretched loads. Just let that back hamstring stretch a little bit, but not a lot. And we're going to step back to downward dog. Walk it out. And knees to the floor. And just put your elbows down. Once the elbows is down, lift up into a dolphin. Sorry, Louis. And we're going to walk our feet in a little bit so that our shoulders and head align. You can put your head on the floor, but don't put pressure on it. And just walk your feet in a little bit more. Hold it there. Lift up one leg. And you can really go onto the toes of the standing foot to lift you up a little bit higher. Keep your shoulders locked out. Keep your tummy in. Bring it down. Find your balance. And then lift up the other leg. And you can go on to your toes to hold that. And bring it down. Walk your feet out. And go into a low plank. Knees down, lift up onto your hands, and tuck your toes under downward dog. And walk your feet a little bit closer again. And we're going to lift up one leg again. Hold that. You can go onto the toes of the standing foot. And bring it down. And then lift up the leg of the other, lift up the other foot, go onto the toes of the standing foot, just hold it there. And back down, walk it in. To the front of the mat, I just warmed us up a little bit. Knees bent, fold over your legs, so now that we're nice and warm, roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug the shoulders back and take your legs wide. Turn out the foot, the right foot. Hips forward. Don't be too wide with the back foot because we are going to lift up onto one leg. You okay?
Yeah.
Arms to the side, hips forward. Legs straight for now. We're just going to lean into a triangle. We're not going to dip down and lift it back up. Bend that front knee in. Lean in. And bring it back up. So next time we lean in, we take that hand next to our foot, lift up the top hand. And now you have to be careful because this is where the balance comes in. Grab a place with your hand where you have grip. Just walk that back foot in a little bit and lift up the back leg. You can put your hand on that thigh to hold your balance. Don't look around. If you look around, you fall. Hold that, so you can try and straighten out the standing leg if you can. Keep that hip open, hands on that hip. Bum tucked in, don't look anywhere, just hold that. See if you can. And bend the standing leg, put that leg back on the mat. Lift up the top hand. And we're going to do this again. See how tight we can get that leg. So again, bring that top hand onto your thigh. Walk it forward with your hand a little bit. Walk the back leg in and lift up. Keep your hand on your hip for balance.
Is your foot supposed to point down or up?
Forward to the right. The back foot you can point.
Down or to the window?
Just point it. Oh, the hip needs to lift up. Sorry, I know what you mean. That hip, if you can, lift it up, rotate it up. So your foot, if you flex it, looks towards the window. I can, if I look, I fall.
Sorry.
And bring that leg back into that side angle pose again. Lift it up all the way to the top. Keep that leg bent in. Is that leg nice and tired? Yeah. Straighten it out. Dip forward. Don't go down into triangle. Lift it back up. Bend that knee in. Side ankle pose. Stretch it out. Lift it back up to the top. And step it in. We're going to do the other side. So yes, the hip opens up.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to face down or...
Well, wherever you can find the balance to get that leg tight. Okay, are you ready? Take your legs wide. Turn out the left foot. Lift up your arms, hips forward. And we're just going to slide without dipping. And bring it back up. Bend that knee, slide. Bring it back up. And next time we slide, we take that arm down. Next time, foot lift up the top hand. Just get that stretch in. And we're going to lift up again. So hand going forward and back leg stepping in a little bit. And you can put this hand on your thigh, lift up. I'm cheating, I'm using the sofa. On your thigh. This is so bad. The other side was much better. Try and hold that. Damn it. So I've got my foot moving, I've got my foot not working, so everything is wrong on this side. I'll never be able to hold the balance. Do bend the knee if you struggle. Just try and hold it. And step it back. Lift it. Bring that top arm up. And we're going in again. So hand on the hip, step it forward, lift up. Damn it. I'm not good at this. I don't know why I choose to do this because I know I always fall.
It helps.
Damn it. I think this is like, this is my Jacqueline Hyde pose. I never get it. Bring that leg back to the mat. Lift up the top leg, find your balance. Lift up to the top. Straighten out that front leg. Tip it forward. Bring it back. Bend that front knee inside, ankle bows, go for that stretch. I'm even cramping in my waist. This is how bad it is. Back to the top. Windmill your arms to the front of the mat. Step it back to downward dog. Knees to the floor. Put your elbows down, lift up into dolphin. Then walk your feet in a little bit, put your head down. Find your balance, lift up one leg. Take it down. Lift up the other one. Take it down. Walk your feet back into a low plank. Knees down, lift up onto your hands. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. So walk it in a little bit closer so that your shoulders and hands align a little bit more. Lift up one leg. Take it down. Lift up the other one. Bring it back, knees to the floor. Wiggle down into your child's pose. Onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Downward dog. Stretch it out. And walk it into the front of the mat. Bend legs. And roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back. We've got one more to do. And then we're done. So find your balance again. And just be thankful that we're not on a rolled up mat. Okay, we're going to lift up whichever leg. Let's say the right leg. Find your balance. Whoa. Look at me falling. And you're going to just grab that knee in. See if you can lift it up a little bit higher without falling. Don't look at me. I'm really bad today. I keep falling. See how high you can rotate that knee up with that standing leg on the floor and that bum tucked in. Now see if you can grab your ankle and straighten out that leg. Only to where you can. Standing leg strong. Bring that knee back in. And just put it in chair pose. Oh, not chair pose, tree pose. Thank you, Louis. Tuck that bum in while you're there. Just hold tree. Bring the knee back, and we're going to go into a warrior 3. Push back the leg. Standing ankle. Push back the leg into warrior 3. You can put your hands wherever you want. Bring it back. I can't collapse. Is your ankle not sore?
Very sore.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't
But
do
your
it.
arm's getting sore anyway, isn't it?
This wasn't my sore ankle. I can't.
It is really sore.
Okay, again, let's do the other side. Shrug the shoulders back. Lift up the other knee. Grab it and just hold that position. So get a nice little knee to chest while the standing bum is tucked in. Now grab your ankles if you can and straighten out that leg. Wow. Bring it in, put it in a tree pose and just hold the tree, whatever your tree is. Some people can do a half lotus tree. I am not that person. I can hardly stay up. Let go of that leg and push it back into a warrior 3. I cheated. Bring it back in and collapse. Kick it out. That was so painful. Feet hip distance apart. Just shove your arms above, next to your ears, shoulders down, go into a chair pose. Go onto your toes for one last time. Come all the way down to the floor, stay on your toes, straighten out your legs if you can. Hold it there. Stay on the toes. Bend the knees in. Stay on the toes. Sweep the floor, lift it up. Into chair pose. Push your heels back. Sweep the floor, straighten out the legs. Bend the knees in and roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug the shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath in. You are done for today. Have a lovely Tuesday with ankle pain. I hate balance. I always put it off because I keep falling. Have a lovely day, people. Go give your ankles a rub, bit of TLC, and I will see you all tomorrow for probably something corey, because we've done activation of the twists, we've done activation of the ankles and balance, which I probably need every day. Oh, go growl.
That's not growling, dolphin.
That was dog, downward dog.
Downward dog, I'm so sorry.
So something probably a little bit corey tomorrow. But I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely day. It's sunny, so there's hope that winter is over. Bye.